Yes.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Jason Thomas, and I am the founder of ATK, Advancing the Kingdom, which is a nonprofit organization which sole purpose is to provide ethics, morals, and proper etiquettes to not only the youth, but adults also, to create a firm grounding that is uncompromising for the advancement of the individual to build on the whole. The speech I'll be doing today is dedicated to Mr. Martin Luther King Jr., a revision of the I Had a Dream. This is I Have a Vision.
Well, amen. All right.
Past, present, and future leaders.
I love it.
Today is a great day of relevance. Seeing Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream come to manifestation, holding on to an idea of a perfect unity combined with equality and freedom expected through life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We see the apparent and change from the combining of schools to the ending of the Jim Crow era and to the installation of a Negro president.
All right.
They say slow pace is better than no pace, but it is time to expedite the fundamental principle of increasing the speed of diligence and perseverance for our cause. In 1963, in Washington, D.C., on the steps of the Capitol of this potentially great nation, Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. In 2014, at Trinity International University, in the classroom of higher learning, on the building of the potential of a great nation, Jason DeLand Thomas had a vision. A vision propagated by the great sacrifice calling for equality, heard by the ringing of the bells to finally free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Finally taking our rightful positions on the throne of liberation, using the ideology of society as a footstool of comfort, no longer identifying with the erroneous stereotypes that do no more than awaken the self-contempt for our brethren and sisters. Passing on the torch from those who carried this reminder of a great atrocity and intrusion of a belief system that was established to enslave not only us physically, but also mentally. Warring against the prince of palaces and the deep-rooted hopelessness of injustice or just us. Man and woman, fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters of all color, giving themselves just cause for present and future advancement in the hopes that the toil of the land from our original father Adam would produce acceptable fruit. There is a crying out of our people as a nation, captured by the encryption uploaded by the Egyptian slave possessors within our mind frames, creating a facade of strength that is weakened in the time of trial and tribulation, sinking deep within the waters because of the wavering of our faith. Now looking intently in the eyes of the nation of America, expecting her to clean up our rooms of degradation, wearing down of the land of humanity by the erosive actions of our own self-destruction, gazing deep into the heart of our communities to see how far we have stepped backwards in the progression of our freedom by the grumbling and complaints of our own people. Wandering the wilderness of a lost purpose, circling a mountain for 40 years, only to get a glimpse of the promised land of prosperity, indulging in idle time, not committing to our own self-preservation. But today is a call for not just one race, not just one religion or one creed, but a nation to gather ourselves by our bootstraps and rising to the opportunity that was set before us since the beginning of our era. We will not unconsciously stand by and watch the crumbling to ruins of our ethics that has been founded in the greater good of what defines a man. We will not voluntarily compromise the moral system that has been established to compass us into preeminent destination. We will not freely undervalue our integrities for 1 cent on the dollar. We will not deliberately sabotage our self-worth and allow the defining of who we are outside influence to defining of who we are by outside influences to subject us to involuntary servitude. Like building of the Tower of Babel to reach heaven, so shall we unify as one body, one mind, one spirit, for the greater purpose of one nation under one God, for the liberty and unity and justice for all, permitting the winds of determination to allow us to soar above reproach, the fires of zealousness to melt down any insecurities, the waters of stability to bring life to a dead situation, and the love of the process to reinforce our stance against the corruptions of ourselves. We have been engulfed in the belly of the whale, repenting long enough. Now it is time to set our footprints in the sand to make a mark in history of change like never before. We shall return to the Garden of Eden, where peace and tranquility resided, built by the beauty of God's words. Father shall go back home to his household and lead his family under one voice. Mother shall nurture her family in the growth through one love. And children shall commit to obedience to their parents for a long life. We will not contend with the powers to be, but we will overcome all adversity with the power that is possible. I stand here with you today knowing that it is time for a revolution to be televised. Let us take up our cross of fear and apprehension and crucify them as a sacrifice to our courage and audacity. I stand here today with you prepared to be persecuted and ridiculed for urgent cause. I stand here today with you equipped to fight the good fight of freedom from a hostile environment that seeks to destroy our progression. I stand here today with you sharing my vision of a new perspective on life. I had a vision.
Dr. King,